Hi everyone and welcome back. I'm going to very quickly walk you through another tool that we use to help our clients grow their sales and dominate their market. My name is Ian Swanston and I'm the founder and CEO of Closers. If you've never heard of us before, that's okay. We work with ambitious CEOs to implement a proven end-to-end sales enablement system that helps them fast-track their sales and removes all the frustration, anxiety and missed sales targets that way too many chief execs have to put up with. This is a blueprint of the journey our clients go through to grow their sales revenues. I appreciate every business is unique. However, after over 35 years in sales, we also know for sure that there are certain similarities in terms of the growth pains and challenges that every CEO has to face at some time or another. Every sales system we install is customized to you, your business and your needs, and that's really the key to the results our clients get. So, whether you're in the early stages of growing your recurring revenues or you need to innovate and set new trends, this system is going to work for you. So, back to the tool we use for controlling the sales process. Just to give you some context, the tool that our clients use to control their sales process sits inside step 6, the close part of our Close More Sales system that we implement for our clients to help them take control of their sales. This is our end-to-end sales enablement system that drives sales from that initial lead generation and business development phase all the way through to maximizing revenues in strategic account management. I know I've said this before, but it really is worth repeating. After 35 years in sales, I can guarantee if you don't have a system and a process around sales, then you're missing out on a lot of sales opportunities. Lots of companies do have systems, but the majority have one for marketing, one for lead generation, one for sales, one for account management. But because they are all separate, lots of stuff can fall through the cracks. Salespeople need a system that takes them from start to finish and optimizes the revenue from the account. But again, for this session, we're just going to focus on one piece of the roadmap here, and that sits inside step 6, the close section. So, what is the problem that we're trying to solve? Well, number 1, this will help position your salespeople as experts, and in most cases, people are much more inclined to deal with an expert than a generalist. Secondly, the tool stops the salespeople rushing in and wrongly diagnosing the prospect's business pains. And obviously, if the diagnosis is wrong, then the solution is unlikely to be the right one. Thirdly, the tool will help your people control the sales conversation rather than having the prospect in control where they bleed the salesperson for all the answers, then revert to the cheapest bid. Number 4 is important because if you're giving generic presentations, you will get generic results. Presentations tell, they don't sell. The last thing any CEO needs is to sit through another PowerPoint. Last but not least, this tool will get all your sales, marketing and management people on the same page speaking the same language. Okay, here we go. Probably the best way to explain this tool is if you imagine when a salesperson comes into your office to tell you something, they are starting on the left in the cold zone. Now, what usually happens is that the prospect will offer up some form of symptoms of the business pain they're experiencing, and then before they know it, the salesperson has smelt blood and goes into sales mode. And even if the salesperson genuinely can solve the buyer's pain, they are moving too fast for the buyer and they switch off. Rather than a sales pitch, it should be a process of self-discovery with the buyer working out for themselves that they need to buy the product or service. This is a sales conversation of equals that the prospect actually derives real value from and not some old school, hard-nosed sales bullying tactics that you get in some industries. The salespeople just walk the prospect through the tool at each stage, checking there is a fit. And As long as they walk them and don't drag them through, then by the time the prospect gets to the end, they realise themselves there is a good fit and they choose to buy. The salesperson doesn't even need to ask for the order. The tool slows the sales process down and forces the salespeople to ask questions. But these aren't just any old questions. There are summary questions, redirect questions, negative redirect questions, presumptive and funneling questions. When your people do this, not only does the quality of their sales conversations improve, but they build real trust and rapport by not walking and talking like a traditional salesperson. They control the sales conversation by simply following the process. And what we're doing is simply following a workflow that optimizes our time and chances of closing the prospect. And if they don't close, we simply move them into a lead nurturing workflow, which is for prospects that are a good fit but just not in the right stage of the buying cycle. This is a simple two-call close workflow. It might not be right for your business, but it's just an example of the type of systems we put into your business. Just a reminder, the consultative selling tool is just one piece of our end-to-end system for growing your sales and dominating your market. Most businesses are investing heavily in content marketing and social media, and that's great. But too many salespeople think this is a silver bullet. Sales is a contact sport, and that means that we have to get out into the market and shake some trees if we want any form of success. Professional selling is about being proactive, not sitting around waiting on prospects to call us. Content and social does have a place and they do provide value, but only when they're part of an overall system and process. Your finance department has a system and process. The operations side of your organisation has a system and process. Why should sales be any different? Whether you're launching a new product or service or just trying to breathe life back into an existing sales, then you're much more likely to succeed if you have an end-to-end sales system and process built around it. That's it, time's up. If you need to learn more about the Close More Sales system for your business, feel free to schedule a 20-minute call with me by simply scrolling down the screen, and you will see where my diary is embedded and you can choose a date and time for us to talk. My name's Ian Swanston. Good luck and have a great sales day.